we've got bananas in chat from lots and lots of people. In fact, the bananas are already like way off the top of the screen. Wow, you people are excited for today's stream, right? I'm excited. I wanted to stream yesterday, but then they released a pre-release for 1.14.1. If you haven't seen that, it's out on the main channel. We got noises in the ear. Pre-stream resubscriptions, 10 months from Average Martin. Jiffy J, 14 with 27 months. Woo Hey, resubscribing for 4 months, saying, don't go alone, take this. I will take your subscription, thank you ever so much. Martin Cook is also here, resubscribing for 2 months. And P Shooter 101 has subscribed for Amazon Prime, thank you ever so much for your subscription. And I appreciate the support and hope you are enjoying the live stream that we're doing today. False is joined. I bet False is going to be streaming as well, right? Get some double Hermitcraft streaming action on the twitch.tv/the False and the Assumer. Right. I don't know if False is streaming. I'm just assuming. Like we have similar streaming times, and if she's on at this time of day, you can probably suspect as much. Right, pre-stream music was a band called Green Lung with a song called Ritual Tree, I believe. I saw them at the Candom Underworld supporting Puppy, and they were just one of those bands where you walk in, you hear them playing, and you're like, I can just get this. Like, this is just music that presents itself. And I like it. I'm not the biggest fan of that kind of like stoner doom, sludge metal, like Black Sabbath-y sort of stuff, but I really appreciate it. It's a great genre, and they just sound fantastic. And I brought their record then and there. I was like, man, I got to get it. Hermitcraft Lover giving me a slight heart attack, saying my microphone's muted. Please don't. Please don't. Blue Ghost Master says no, she's not streaming. She might be streaming soon though. She's probably logging on to. I don't know what she's doing, but she might be logging on to record like a little intro video or whatever for the YouTubes. The noises in the ear, they keep coming in. I can't keep up with them. Let's have a look. We got Stomp for 24 months. That's a diamond face in chat right there saying Blaze Rods. Blaze Rods. Blaze Rods for life. I remember. The Warfish Gaming has subscribed. Winnie T. Ford has resubscribed for 14 months in a row, saying, hope things are going well. Time just seems to keep flying by. It does. We're listening to, well, you know, I wanted to wait, like the other day when we listened to the Diablo 2 music. I wanted to wait. Ah, okay, now my brain knows why these are empty. That really confused me for a second. That really made me go, what's going on? What's going on? Is the server broken? It was actually over a year ago that we played Warcraft 2. We did about 5 live streams. I could have swore we did more than that. Don't listen to the trolls, X, says Tarivi. I won't listen to them. Tuxaban says, I love that kind of music, like grunge with a little more groove. Yeah, there is a comparison to grunge in the tone, I think. It's definitely not like an emotional grunge, but definitely the aesthetics are similar. That music isn't particularly emotional, it's more thematic, right? Or witches and wizards and stuff like that they sing about. Let's chuck away 2 of those and hold on to 1. Do I have any more wood while we're here? Of a particular variety? I do not. Well, that's quite fine, we'll head back. Yeah, I was referring to the band. How did that go? Someone said it about being grunge. Yeah, the pre-stream music. What was the other one? Grunge and groove. Yeah, a little bit of groove metal influence for sure. Okay, I'm used to this happening. Bam. So yes, anyway, I was trying to finish a sentence. Winnie, thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it. Mickey Snipe is here, resubscribing for 25 months, saying, missed my 2 year. Does this mean Diamond Face? Yes, you are now a Diamond Face. Here on the twitch.tv/theassumer. Mickey Snipe, thank you ever so much for over 2 years of support with the live stream, and that's amazing. We also got Joe T7. Subscribe with Amazon Prime. Joe T, thank you ever so much for subscribing. Appreciate it. I like the bass, says Hermitcraft Lover. I'm glad that you like it. I enjoy it too. It's a cool bass, right? X, what are you doing, says Poultryman29. To think, 28 other Poultrymans were taken. We are enjoying 512 levels of XP. We're working on this tunnel, is what we're doing. So, yeah, over a year ago we played Warcraft 2. Anyway, we experimented with some music from Matt Allman, who made the Diablo soundtracks. those soundtracks are dear to my heart. I believe there is something very powerful about playing a computer game and listening to the soundtrack, right? Now, I believe it isn't just the fact that you're... Well, okay, I believe it's that you can listen to music while playing a game that you don't normally expose yourself to, right? But the fact that your mind is focused on the game, it lets the music come in through a different channel, and then you feel it more. And when you're playing this game over and over again and hearing these tunes, they go in deep. They go in real deep, and then you really appreciate them. Now, I think that can make some mediocre soundtracks a little bit better if you've enjoyed them a lot. But also, you have the experience of playing the game kind of tied directly to it. Now, in the case of the Diablo music, I think they are utterly brilliant. All of those songs. I love them. I listen to them probably more not playing the game than playing the game. That is how much I was a fiend for those soundtracks, and I still refer to them quite often. Every now and then, gotta listen to some Diablo music. Warcraft 2 is just another one that I really enjoyed, and you don't get copy striked for using this music, so I figured we'll give it a shot today. Biggie Snipe says, cheaty XP levels. Very cheaty. Very cheaty indeed. Let's have a look. Konnichiwa Monsters is resubscribing for 32 months, saying, hey X, this is unfortunately my last sub, but thanks for everything. Well, thank you ever so much for 32 months of support. That's incredible. That's what? 2 years and a half? No, that would be 30. So over 2.5 years. Incredible. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I hope you enjoy the stream. I hope you're still coming and watching the streams as well. Disturbed Puppy says Doom 2016 was a good one. I didn't massively take much away from listening to that soundtrack. But then again, I think I was just playing it while recording videos, so that probably took my mind out of it a bit. So I can't really comment on that, but the original Doom soundtrack's a classic. Lots of the songs in there are like rip-off of Slayer and Alice in Chains. If you know the music they were listening to, you can go listen to that soundtrack and just hear so many songs that are like from grunge and metal and thrash metal and whatnot. Pantera, I think, have got a couple of songs that are just clearly a rip in there as well. What we should actually do, I was deciding, was making this tunnel safe, and I was going to try and focus on getting the bits that needed clear. I don't have any gold blocks. That's what I need on me. Yeah, in this tunnel I want to get the bits that are open sort of closed up. So for that reason we're going to take this, do that again, start to put a roof on, in fact the whole thing, just put a roof on it. Put a roof on it! Put a lid on it. PS Burgers is here, resubscribing for 2 months. PS Burgers, thank you ever so much. Huggy Bear 30 for 2 months as well. Thank you ever so much for the support, peeps. And Golden TNT MSD 14 resubscribing for 30 months in a row, saying such long, much length, on my days. Just call me Golden for 30 months. You've struggled to say the full name. Golden TSTM. Okay, I thought I was going to say it perfectly, but I said it wrong. Golden TNT MSD 14. On some days I struggle to say it. Thank you ever so much for the support as always, peeps. I got a hot cup of mocha today. Today is the day to treat myself. Oh, that is hot. Whew. Oh, it's good for my belly. Good for my belly. Crazy Clasher says 512 XP levels. GG, man. I got an opportunity to AFK overnight, and I took that opportunity. Oh, yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yeah, you can stay at that Pigman thing for hours. Impulse has got, I think, 12 Pigmen just sitting around, keeping the aggro going. So even when other players log on and off, like when the spawn rates come back, the Pigmen's still going to be angry. They ain't going to forget anything. Right, we also need to remove all the blocks at this height here, which means that our wall we're building needs to go a block higher. Oh, it's actually... Nope, that's right. The roof will be up here at this level. Do you know, I might as well... Nah, we'll stick to doing this. I'm going to do this. This is how we're going to do it. And I got to be super cautious and on the lookout for ghasts once we come into these big open areas. I've also at some point got to go get some ice, because I'm running out of ice over here. Walton BR02 has subscribed to Amazon Prime. Walton, thank you so much for your subscription. I appreciate it. By the way, I can hear all the peeps hitting the follow button. The follow buttonizers are going off. Thank you everyone for tuning in. 902 viewers. Goodness me, the pressure is on. Why are there so many of you here on a Wednesday? I don't know, but thank you for hitting the follow button. If you ain't done so already, don't hit it. Okay? Don't hit it. I'm using reverse psychology now. Don't hit that follow button. Jeez, what are you doing? Terrible things will happen. There'll be no entertainment. Okay, I don't know if that works or not. Raptor says, called in sick today because it's my birthday, that's why I'm here. Well, happy birthday, buddy. And, I mean, if you are sick, I hope you get better. If you're not, like, I can understand, you know, I've had jobs before in the past where I've not been a great employee and might have called in a sick day here and there when I didn't need to, you know. As I'm older now, I mean, I wouldn't do anything like that, and I don't really have anything special to say about it, I guess, other than I kind of discourage doing that. Like, if I could go back to some of the old jobs that I worked, I would put in so much more work. Like, I think there's something to be said about having a good work ethic. And we got a crazy noise in our ear. It's a baby face on the screen. Antonio 342-423-6974 321-673 792 has resubscribed for 11 months. Thank you ever so much for your 11 months of support. I appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream and enjoying your time as a Twitch toddler. Adwood Official also subscribed with Amazon Prime. Adwood, thank you ever so much for the subscription. Appreciate it. And I hope you're enjoying the stream today. Yeah, I guess if I just look back at how I treated some of my previous jobs, I would definitely have worked harder and been like a better employee. It's just one of those things. I can understand how it's like you might work a job that's like not particularly great and it doesn't feel like it's worth doing. But I don't know. I think there is something to it, to working hard and doing a good job, whatever it is, really. Yeah. The Zen Boy says, "Oh my God, wasn't expecting that." Which that in particular are we talking about now? It's the old Twitch conundrum. I don't know what the that and the it is. I ain't got a clue. Raptor says, "I'm a teacher. I don't mind using my sick days on Saturday." Gee, that makes it even worse. Oh, go back to school. Teach those kids. Oh, I feel bad now. 1 million subscriber face reveal, says Aniklean. 1 million. Didn't we agree on 1 billion? I think we agreed we'd do a face reveal at 1 billion. There's also a face reveal on my second channel, so it kind of wouldn't make sense to do 2 face reveals because the face would have already been revealed. So yeah, that's kind of confusing. Rod Knight UK is here, resubscribed for 5 months, or sorry, 17 months, saying, "Oh my God, 17 months, time does fly by." Thank you ever so much, man, appreciate it. The time does fly. It was just a year ago that we were resurrecting the nostalgia of Warcraft 2 here on the stream, playing some nostalgia games. I really enjoyed doing that. I wanted to actually keep it up as a concurrent thing, but then I don't know what happened to that. I kind of get sucked back into streaming Hermitcraft all the time, you know. It just happens over and over again. Perry_FL is here subscribing with Amazon Prime. Thank you ever so much for using your Prime subscription on me. Appreciate it. Hope you are enjoying the stream today. So how about that football game, peeps? 4-0. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. That is some good matcha. Now I know, for some reason in gaming culture, people seem to not like sports, which I don't know. I think it's a bit of a shame. Like sports is the game with your body, right? That's the game in reality, right there. But anyway, so Liverpool have been incredibly exciting to watch over the last couple of years with their new manager. Well, he's not really new anymore, but I watched all of their Champions League games last season. I watched all of them this one, and they like outplayed Barcelona on their own turf, I think, in the last leg. They went down 3-0. They probably deserved to score 1 or 2 goals, and Barcelona probably deserved 1, but they had Messi on the pitch who just, you know, gave them a miracle goal with a free kick. And so Barcelona came to Anfield with, you know, some people might have thought the game in the bag, but Liverpool scored an early goal. The atmosphere is incredible. Then they scored in the second half 2 goals in like 3 minutes, and the place was just a riot after that. And then later on, there was a cheeky corner, and the Barcelona defence turned off, and the guy at the corner, what's his name, Alexander-Arnold, just whipped in a ball really quickly while everyone was thinking they were still preparing for the corner, and they scored just the cheekiest of goals to go 4 up, and it was just unbelievable. Absolutely amazing entertainment. And tonight it's Tottenham. I'm always rooting for the English teams, even though Mr. Our countries are just lines in the sand. We're all the same. Whenever it comes to football, I always end up rooting for the English teams. And I'm hoping Tottenham can turn it around. Big Papa House says real football as opposed to football where you mainly use your hands. Oh, you mean egg-shaped handball? Yeah. We're renaming it. We're gonna put in a petition to call it egg-shaped handball, so it's a little bit more accurate, because we're getting confused with the actual football. You know, the one where you kick the ball with your foot. That one, the one that makes sense. Oh. Delicious matcha over here. So I won't bore you with too much football talk, but oh, what an incredible game of football. Those are the ones that you got to look for, you know. And oh, jeez, the thing with watching football is that, to be fair, a lot of games ain't that entertaining and great. You got to watch a lot of them to catch the gems, but certain competitions seem to bring out the best, and certain teams in Europe tend to play really well, and Liverpool has definitely been one of them. And so watching their ties are usually really good games, really entertaining ones. They often feel like an underdog as well, even though, like, if you look at how they're playing and how many points they picked up this season, they're pretty much top dog. Another competition that's really great is cup football, mainly the FA Cup, when you get teams from different leagues pitted against each other. So I tend to watch, I watch a fair bit of football in January, when the third round of the FA Cup kind of kicks in, and there's a lot of games on the BBC, and I like to watch the Champions League as well. Watch X, they're very entertaining, says Puno. Well, I'm watching the game tonight, and I will certainly have my eye on both teams. You know. I am an English teacher, and student of mine the other day called American football American soccer. Well, that gets really confusing then. But they do call it soccer out in America, don't they? Olympics is soon, says Pig Wizard. I've always liked the Olympics. I really liked it when it happened in London. Was that like 2012? I went down there. I didn't actually get to like go to any events, but I was in London sort of like soaking in the atmosphere and wandering around and having a great time. Just seeing it all go down. 2012, says Tuxaban, that was it. I also went to the ceremony as well, where all the winners, because we did really well on our home turf. It was like really unexpected for us to perform very well, but you know, home turf kind of advantage does sort of help. I find it fascinating how in sports, like, there's so much mental like going on, like how your thoughts and feelings can influence stuff like kicking a ball around or running, etc. Like, clearly in 2012, being on home turf, having the support behind you gave a lot of athletes a real boost. And then, like the match last night, you know, there's this thing I keep seeing on the Barcelona players' faces. They just look dejected. They look like, you know, they didn't have it in them. And it's crazy because it's like, it's all a mental game at that point. Like, every player on that pitch is well and truly competent at what they're doing, yet somehow, like, the fact that they go to a different stadium, the atmosphere is different. They're 3-0 up. Like, for most, you know, for 90% of that game, it was theirs to be had, and yet things like that managed to massively influence their performance. It's fascinating, the psychology behind it. I can't wait for the next Olympics, so I'm planning on going to Japan for that, says Shakira96. Oh, is the next one in Japan? Well, my plans for catching like international competitions or whatnot is not the next World Cup, the one that's hosted in America. I plan on trying to get myself and my family to go to that and spend like a month or 2 out there, just getting as much of the World Cup and like America in us as we can. How do you have 512 levels, says Leon. Man. Well, Impulse SV has built a gold farm on this server and it gives you tons of XP when you use it. You just stand there and get loads of it for free. And we got noises in the ear. Cutie Park Kitten here, resubscribing for 32 months. So just popping in to share my 32 months and then back to work. Catch you all on the second channel. Hope you have a great day at work and I'll see you over on X2. Oh yeah, X, we're calling it that now. We're hip. We're down with the clown. It's me, Thix, is here subscribing with Amazon Prime, and Ape Rover is here with the Prime for 15 months. Thank you ever so much, Ape. I appreciate it. Ape in chat says, I swear I get to reuse every time I watch a stream. Yeah, maybe take count of that then. Because I know there's like an overlap thing where if it's near the beginning or the end of a month, like you can kind of resubscribe in a shorter gap of time. Look at that. That's all of my birchwood gone. I have to chop down more birch trees now. That's literally what I've got to do next. So, I thought I saw a gas. So let's get some more of this in place. Boycott Qatar, says Low Picking. Yeah, that's actually... I'm not watching that World Cup. I really think it's disgusting what's happening over there. I like... Everything in this world can be tied to something bad, right, you know? But just the sheer proximity of this event that's happening and how many people it's killing... It's just not worth tuning in for, right? I don't want people to die for my entertainment. We can do things a different way, so I ain't watching that competition. I wish players would get involved and boycott it as well. They have so much power, the players. They could come in and say that they don't support these things and refuse to play. We got a noise in the ear from Liam34, resubscribed for 4 months. Liam34, thank you ever so much for your 4 months of support. Appreciate it ever so much. Excuse me. Tuxaban says, that's part of making your home ground a fortress. It's the same for a lot of sports. Yeah, true. True. It just fascinates me how susceptible to that we are, right? Hey, Assumer, are you excited for May the 17th? Says the Dr. Quantum. Not massively. I saw the AR thing and I thought, that's probably a game I don't want to play. If it's anything like Pokemon Go, I am pretty much not interested in playing it. I don't know, that game didn't appeal to me very much. Whiffy King says, well, resubscribing here for 3 months, 4 months even, jeez, saying, how are you doing today, X? I'm doing great, thanks for asking. I've had a very active day. 2 workouts, I'm doing 2 workouts a day now. I'm back to full health. Aha, we're out of the clay. Well, I say full health, my shoulder is still weak, but it's not painful, it's not injured. So I'm building the strength back up and doing doubling up my workouts, and I went on the treadmill today and I thought I'd try something a little bit different, right? I was going to go on it for about 45 minutes and I thought, rather than doing my fast walking, I'm going to go uphill and a little bit slower. So I did 4 miles an hour at whatever 12 is on the incline, and oh my goodness me, 20 minutes in I started sweating like crazy. I was like, this is working me right here. And it got to the point where I was just absolutely dripping with sweat, and then I realised I haven't sweated like this from exercise in ages, so I found something that really like hit the spot, and yeah, that was good. Want to do that again. So my day's been great, and I've been recording and making an episode of Hermitcraft and whatnot. I think we need to go chop down trees, basically. Is pretty much it. I need to get more birch up in here, you know. So we'll take, in fact, I'll take a bit of this as backup. Where am I going to go chop trees? What would be the most interesting place on the server to chop trees? Just to fly to and do nothing but get ourselves loads of birchwood. Is there a Spotify playlist with this kind of music you have on your stream, says Minecraft Lord? No, there isn't. I don't use Spotify. We got noises in the ear from Skimmero, resubscribing for 2 months, and Striker537 for 5 months in a row. We've also got Idahoff for 4 months, and Funky Coaster for 19 months. Thank you ever so much, everyone, for the support. Appreciate it. Sahara says Legendary Plasma. Underwater says Loenza. Moonbase Alpha says Weirdy. Has that started yet? Concorp Tree Farm. You know, that's not a bad spot, but I don't want to interfere with the Concorp. Rendog Shop, says Bevo. I could just go and buy. I not thought of that. Like, I never buy. I never participate in the economy. I always just kind of like take this, I'll do it myself kind of approach, right? And there's a couple of things recently where I've noticed that and then gone, no, let's change. I'm going to change. I'm going to go get some diamonds. Is it two a stack or one? Because two I think is kind of pricey. It used to be 1 diamond a stack. Then again, Ren does spend a lot of time just out there grinding the diamonds away. Let's go check it out. Liam says X, Mank accent. No, I do not have a Mank accent. I am not from Mank, okay? That's good. Doesn't Ren get the wood from Impulse as well now? So it should be cheap. Oh, we can buy ice from Stress as well. Yep, we'll do both of those then. 20 per stack, says Legendary Plasma. No thanks. Unless they're diamond trees. Diamond logs. How many diamonds you made this season? I guess you can spend 1 or 2, says High Village. I made thousands of diamonds. I just so, like, do it yourself is my attitude all the time, right? Because I always think, like, oh, like, what if later in the season I need these diamonds for something? Yeah, you might need them later on in the season, but here's the thing, the season has a start and an end, so make use of it while you can. You know? Otherwise I'll be at the end of the season like, oh, it's the last day. I've got a gazillion diamonds, what shall I buy? Well, I don't need anything now. Alright, let's drop down on the old big logs. The undercut is no longer operating, I believe. And can I buy hippie sandals here? This week only. I bet it's been like that for a long time. Right, that has got to do me... I'm going to get another 3 as well. That has got to do me some good. Let's see how many profit... Look, this shop makes so much diamonds for Ren. That's great. That's a lot of woodage. A lot of woodage! New word. Recently invented. Raven says, but then on the last day of the server, you could build a building out of diamonds. On the last day of server, it is tradition to throw my diamonds into the lava. That is what we have done every season. Although one season, was it last season? I kind of forgot, and then I made a video on the second channel, or something like that. Something like, maybe there was like a 1 extra episode of Hermitcraft. I can't remember how it went down. Remember that emeralds is important in 1.14. Trading with villagers, says Christian. It still is important now if you want to trade with villagers. You can trade with them now. You just you have to do way more work to get the same results. Will Hermitcraft 7 be in 1.14, says Chazman South. I'm very doubtful. Maybe 1.15. But who knows? Depends on when Minecraft Mojang even released it. Surprise T says Hermitcraft, when one Nether hub is not enough. That's true. It's very true. We need multiple Nether hubs over here. C Disco says, how did he get to 512 levels? We got the zombie pigman gold farm on top of the Nether, and that just feeds us XP all the time. Major drippage. To answer your question, if you go to YouTube and search it, you'll probably find a tutorial. I believe I have made a tutorial in the past. I think I've made several Hermitcraft episodes because I think I've built 2 of them over the seasons. And there's probably lots of other tutorials you can watch as well. I mean, there'll be no shortage of videos on how to build it. What you want to look out for is what is the latest and greatest. And Impulse has built that here on this server. If you want something reliably workable, I guess. We can still do more. Right, and then I need a place to put all of this. I think I might have overdid it, actually. It's quite possible I overdid it. Right, that's stocked up, which is good. And then we've got all of that in here. Right, so we can certainly place a lot of slabs. I would also like to grab some sandstone of a particular variety, which I do not see there. Is 1.14.1 pre-release good enough for Hermitcraft to switch over, says K Slab. Nah, not at all. It's quite disappointing, actually. It's got a lot of issues. We're going to have to wait quite some time to get this server to the next level. Right, let's grab these two things. When we come down here, we're going to do that as well. Raise it up to the next level a little bit. I could actually do a bit more than that. I could pretty much put in everything but the glowstone at this point. Can someone ride a boat on ice so they don't get this hungry? This is weird. Yes, you can do that. That is entirely possible. X, will you make any server rules for not exploiting villagers? Oh no, this is Hermitcraft. We'll do all the exploiting. Right. The only thing we don't allow is duplication, but I don't know. That rule seems to get exploited as well, I guess. I mean, within some parameters. Like, no one's out here duplicating diamonds or anything. Space Marine says, yeah, I made the mistake of starting a server on 1.14. The light and chunk loading, other issues are a pain. They are indeed. Which program do you use to analyze Minecraft seeds, says Loenza? I use a mist, and sometimes I use something that I search for. And I forget what, I think it's called Minecraft Atlas. Those are the programs and the things that I use to look at seeds and whatnot. But the thing is, you don't have to do that as much as you used to anymore, because you've got the locate command in game, and that is super helpful. I love how much easier it is to prod and poke the game these days. Like, doing myth busting is really smoother than it used to be. Sometimes you'd have to go to great lengths and find someone who knows the code and do all kinds of crazy stuff to figure things out, whereas there's so many commands and shortcuts and tricks and helpful things built into the game now. It can be a real pleasure to record. The next episode of myth busting, by the way, is going to be awesome. It'll probably come out on Saturday. I think I'm looking at putting an episode of Hermitcraft out tomorrow if there's no pre-release, and then there'll be a gap day, and then it'll be Saturday. I'm trying to sort of put out a video every other day, so like 3 or 4 videos a week, but then along comes pre-releases, and yeah, that becomes pretty unpredictable. So we got a noise in the ear from JohnScoo141. John Scoo, thank you ever so much for your subscription. I appreciate it and hope you're enjoying the stream today. Mine Atlas people in chats are saying yes. I assume it's the first time I have the time at hand to check out your stream, says Drastleon. Well, welcome to the stream, buddy. I hope you're enjoying it. This is it. This is what we do. We just place blocks and talk. We place blocks and we chat. And that is a baby face noise in my eardrum. There's a baby face on the screen. It is Unknown Tech. That's what I'm calling you. I'm calling you Unknown Tech. Thank you ever so much for 11 months of support, dude. Appreciate it. Hope you are enjoying the stream today. I was trying to knock that pigment off. Then I remembered I don't have clay blocks to place there yet. So I guess we will go through this next bit somewhat exposed. I am just trying to get these open bits done so we don't get pestered and annoyed by ghast. By the way, is Full streaming? We were wondering if Fulse was streaming earlier. Can anyone give me the update on that? Okay, Fulse isn't streaming. There's your update. It's not even playing Hermitcraft. Goodness me. Well, it's just me again. That makes it probably more likely for there to be some ghast spawning. I don't know if Fulse is in the Nether, but I know peeps have been working on these Nether tunnels a lot lately. Myself included, obviously. Oh, we never brought any ice. Oh dear. I have to go back there again. Depending on what bugs are not fixed with the Hermitcraft, end up remaining on 1.13.2 until 1.15. Nah, very unlikely. Very unlikely. I mean, we could update to 1.14.1. I think at some point or another we might go, well, this is Minecraft, like there's always dodgy stuff going on and glitches, and we'll just have to live with whatever comes of it. You know, in general, I don't think they have anything too critical. But this time around, I mean, the 1.14 release was clearly not ready, for one. But only in snapshots have I ever seen stuff where it's like, if you played with this update, you're never going to play on another update again. Like, only seen that a handful of times. And since we're not playing in snapshots, we don't have to worry about that. There was a time when snapshots were way more stable, but I think the game has just got too kind of big to be stable. In that sense anymore. You. Cheeky devil! Get wrecked! Oh, you dodged. You dodged and you weaved and you disappeared. Okay, that was weird. I thought ghasts could blow this stuff up. But they don't. X, will you work again on the raid farm, or is it now in the idea trash can, says Lopigan. I need to test and see if it's still broken or not, because we'll have to wait for Mojang to patch the game before we can work on it again. Yellow Howard says, working in a warehouse really makes it abundantly obvious how much waste material there is used for shipping stuff around. Yep. Oh, there is a lot of waste in warehouses. I know all about that. Do you regret adding Grian, says Will Matthews. I regret not adding Grian sooner. Oh, goodness me, that's some great mocha right there. Just finished it up. Today was definitely a good day to drink mocha. You know, every now and then you think, I fancy a mocha. It's not always a good day for it. But today was that day. Okay, yeah, we'll place those blocks. I don't have the ice, do I? Maybe I can craft a little bit more? Or uncraft it. Do we have that on here? I can't remember. So that will make, yikes, 14 blocks. Probably not even worth it. Oh, and let's get some more clay. Did we use up all of the last clay? Oh, yikes, we've used up another box of clay. Well, I won't do that for now. We'll go get more clays in a bit. In a bit. Badger, welcome to the stream. Asuma, do you make your own mockers at home? Says Voyagerist. Now I get little sachets, little boxes of sachets. That's my ones. Nescafe. They're actually really nice, I think. And compared to like getting a matcha from a proper cafe bar, it's a little bit hit and miss. These are very kind of like soft, more hot chocolatey than matcha-y. If you go for something at an actual, you know, coffee place, I find that they can be rather strong, and that can be hit and miss. I had one. At the train station, there's a coffee shop, and I've never thought to get a coffee from there until the other day. And man, it was like one of the nicest matchas that I've had. So I was like, man, well, next time I'm here this early, I will definitely get myself another one from here. But yeah, I haven't been back there since. Bam! Alright, let's get more of this roof in place, because that's what we need to be doing, right? Oh yeah, I need to be placing the gold and the sandstone. Also, we had a noise in the ear from Squid Noogie, who's resubscribed for 3 months. Squid Noogie, thank you ever so much for your resubscription. I appreciate the support. Hope you are enjoying the stream and having a good time hanging out with us today. Any plans for new hermits, says Lowenza? There are no plans to add anyone to the server. And if there were, you wouldn't know until you knew. Let's petition to add the Builders one to Vanilla, says a half Monty Nun. Nah, not the Builders one. Although I do think I saw this mod on Reddit where someone had created like a simple. It was kind of like World Edit, but it was visual and live, and it was sort of built into the game. So you could open up this shapes menu, and then you could kind of draw out where you're placing shapes in the world. I think creative mode would be really great for having some more enhanced building tools. But I also think Vanilla could do with a couple of boosts as well. I'm not sure specifically what. But I think building tools, yeah, this game just, you know, all you ever do is place a block. Wouldn't it be nice to have something a little bit more advanced? I think it would. Not saying we have to go all out modded and have magic and stuff, but surely there's some things that would help. Corelli says, hey guys, long time no see. Cool to be back. Welcome back, Corelli. Do you mean Bling Edit, says Loenza? No, it's not Bling Edit. It's a mods. That's a data pack. You can press this button and bring out a menu, and it has like different selection types. And then when you're using the mods, you're seeing in the world in front of you the blocks as they would be, and you're sort of putting in the different corners. Bling Edit's similar, but you don't get like this live dynamic preview, as far as I know. Also, Bling Edit is awesome, but I haven't used it ever. Like, every time like Seth's made a video on it, I've been like, oh, this is so good, I can't wait to use it. But I don't really go into creative mode and do much building, so I never think to use it. Why not play Stone Blocks with server mates? You're hermits after all. Well, I don't know what Stone Blocks is. By the way, I got sent a game that was sort of similar to Minecraft that I've been umming and ahhing about streaming. I'm pretty sure I'd only stream it once, and not even for that long. It kind of looked interesting, but it's also very slow and grindy. It's got kind of a nice atmosphere to it, but... I was really unsure. It didn't seem all that great, but... It had some things to it, not a lot of depth. Anyway, it's like a total Minecraft clone, basically. Now that I think about it, like it's like Minecraft with shaders and a high-resolution texture pack. And yeah, I played it for a little bit, but it's very slow and difficult. So anyway, I'm thinking about playing some other games on the live streams. We'll be doing City Skylines again soon. That is faux show. We got Def Dealer YT here, resubscribing. Thank you ever so much, Def Dealer. I appreciate your subscription. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Hope you're not dealing out too much of that, Def. Jeez, please don't be doing too much of that. Right, we're back to another open area. Just going to extend the roof across. Are you getting ice soon, says Destroyero. Yeah, we will. I don't want to take too many trips back and forth. We should exhaust some materials so we know what we're going back for, I guess. What about Satisfactory, says IF. I uninstalled it. I got a feel for that game. I enjoyed the streams that we did. Then we had our streaming issue. Kind of got thrown out of the groove, but I just kind of felt like it was too grindy and it wasn't offering up too much different from Factorio. So as much as I liked it, I just didn't feel very motivated to continue playing it. Dog says Minecraft is the only block game I play, and that's because my kids begged me to play it with them. Found out about Redstone and then got hooked. Awesome, that's good. Yeah, Redstone's a great component of this game. Do you get /fly on Hermitcraft? As some people look like they fly when doing big builds. No. There is no /fly command in vanilla anyway. And people can fly with their elytra wings. That's the thing you can do in this game. We got a noise in the ear from Sonic Wins, resubscribing for 18 months. Sonic Wins, thank you ever so much for your 18 months of support. I appreciate it. Hope you are enjoying the stream today. That was a good time to stop, wasn't it? That was a good time to stop. Yeah, we'll do it like this. Like a blam. Redstone is the path to many abilities some consider to be unnatural, says Def Dealer. What, like mob farms and those kind of exploits? I would really like it if Redstone was more involved in mob farms these days. Feels like a lot of stuff has just been stripped down to like the bare bones. And all these mob farms and whatnot are just super OP without having to do much. Too grindy, look at your level, says Leeton. Yeah, that's because we got a farm, a zombie pigman farm on the roof of the nether. Blech, words. Okay, we're out of those. Yeah, see, now's the time to head back. Maybe we'll go get that ice. Maybe I'll actually remember that we need the ice. Oh yeah, 750. Alright, let's count how many blocks we have in total. Voirus says, have you played that Minecraft knockoff where everything and everyone is made of cardboard? I liked the look of that, and I got distracted from it. I was invested in potentially playing it, and I don't know what ever happened. I think I sent off for a key code and never got a reply, maybe. Not sure. So I think we need about 3 stacks to get to the end, so we'll probably buy 4 or 5. I've never seen a level this high, says Freakazoid Pro. I was trying to remember what's my highest. I think it was over 1,000. I think we did that in like Hermitcraft Season 2 or 3 or something. Or maybe it was 666. I think it might have been that, actually. because it really slows down. Like overnight was 80 levels for me, although that might have been because other players were hopping in and out. Right, anyway, so we're getting ice. We need to pick up another box of clay at the same time. That's kind of it, actually. So let's grab some diamonds. And let's head back off to the shopping district and also my base. I think I might fly from my base to the shopping district. It's nice to do that. Here I am building tunnels to get around the place quicker, and I'm like, nah, let's fly. Biggest laundry says problem for me with technical vanilla, which is reliance on many finicky borderline exploit mechanics. Well, the beautiful thing about Minecraft is you basically play it how you want to, and if those things don't appease to you, don't use them. Sonic Wins is here, resubscribed for 18 months, saying I'm back to enjoy your stream. Cheers for being subbed for 18 months. Thank you ever so much, Sonic. I appreciate that. Hope you have a good time hanging out with us and enjoy the stream, dude. Let's check out where is the clay at. That's the terracotta. I like to hold on to that for a little bit longer. Just because you can you can dye the other ones nice and easy. All right, let's. Should we ride the HRN? Actually, that's not a bad idea. Also, Scar's been building a station towards the end of this line that I want to check out. Oh yeah, it's the other side. Here we go on the HRN, peeps. Hoodly doodly, how do you doody? T. Chapman has just found this channel from your YouTube video. Well, welcome. We got over 1,000 peeps here. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Be sure to hit the follow button so you'll get notified with emails and your phone buzzing in your pocket or whatever it does. Oh, whatever it does. What an inefficient use of powered rails, says T. Chapman. Inefficient, you might say, but I say travelling at maximum speed all the time. Totally worth it. It's not like we had to do anything to get this gold. I mean, T. Chapman says, where do you get so much gold? The same place I got all this XP. We've got a farm on the top of the Nether where zombie pigmen continually aggress at you. So you can stand there for hours on end, collect XP, and collect gold as well. I got absolutely loads by holding looting in my hand as well. You only need one rail every 38 meters for max speed, says T. Chapman. I don't think that is true. I think you will get some de-acceleration, but here's the thing. I've tested this stuff in the past on myth busting, but then the game changes, so if you look at where we're going right now, when we go over a big gap of these rails, we might actually be slowing down a teeny tiny bit. And it's kind of hard to see, because when I did the rail testing, you'd be surprised at how different it was to have different gaps between the rails. Also, if you read something on the wiki and take it as gospel, that's probably a shortcoming. The wiki's full of incorrect information, as well as lots of factual and good information. Wow, there it is right there. The mastermind is at it again. Terraforming, landscaping, building floaty rocket things. Now, is that a HRN station, or has he just gone over there and decided to build something futuristic? That's what I've been trying to figure out, because I've only been able to watch the videos by flicking through them. While Max Play says, X, what do you think about the new Sonic movie? I say peeps think it's pathetic. I mean, it don't appeal to me in the slightest. I kind of like raised my eyebrow and went and looked at the trailer and I was like, I'm not watching this. That was my experience with it. Okay, let's check this out. Let's check out what's going on over here. Oh, by the way, every video needs a screenshot. Screenshot? That's pretty much our screenshot, right, peeps? Lovely, with the sun in there as well. That's cool. Oh, something going on over there as well. So, the line does pretty much line up with this here. So this, I think, is supposed to be this. I don't know what's going on or what it is. Look at this landscaping. I don't know how he does it. Well, I do. Takes a lot of time and effort, and obviously he's been doing it for a long time, so he's crafted a skill. But wow, it always amazes me. This is where my base was, right? My very first little base at the beginning, and now look at it. It's so much more amazing than I could have ever made it. So that's wonderful. Oh, there's like another rail line here. That's weird. What is this then? If we've already got a HRN line there, because this don't look temporary. This don't look temporary at all. It's also kind of weirdly positioned. Actually, maybe it's not. It looks like it's built around the logo a little bit. What is this, peeps? The normal terrain looks super ugly, says Loenza. I think it's good that the Minecraft terrain looks the way it does. It allows you to go in there and make it look even better. It kind of feels like it's a one-way track to go this way. It's the Sahara delivery system. Ah, okay. And look at all these rails we got everywhere. This is such a gorgeous project. Okay, now let's get over to the shopping area and into the ice shop, where we shall be buying some ice, of all things. I do have an ice farm, but again, convenience, right? So we've got ice over here, then we've got packed ice. 2 diamonds per stack. I'm going to take 4. That'll do me. And that'll finish the tunnel, I believe. Hey, I wonder if that racing track thing ever progressed any further. Woo! Let's see if we can spot anything. Oh yeah, look, it goes down here. Ah! Okay, I smacked my head. Then I don't know where it goes. Somewhere. You'll probably know. We got a noise in the air. It's Siggy and here, resubscribing for 6 months, saying, "Been a time since I catch you streaming. Metal to the people." Awesome, dude. Thank you ever so much for 6 months of support. I appreciate it and hope you are enjoying the stream we're doing here today. Let's get ourselves into a portal. The nearest one being just over here. Nice. And we got GTA Y Man for 42 months. No, sorry, GTA Y Man 42 subscriber of Amazon Prime. Appreciate it. Jeez, I'm getting so bad at reading these. Goodness me. Apparently it's 15 diamonds for blue ice. That is bonkers right there. Bonkers. Wild Max says, "Oh, the nostalgia. I haven't seen the Warzone in so long. I remember back in 2019. Actually, was it? Yeah, it was 2019, wasn't it? It was like February was all of that. Jeez, it flies by this time, doesn't it? And a banana, you get a high five for noticing the Warcraft music. Well done, you. Well done. I approve. Did I get everything? Yes, I got everything. We need terracotta and we need ice. Jen says just 512 levels. Yeah, just 512. Don't worry about that. It's only 512 of those. I mean, if I died, I wouldn't really care, would I? RH Ben says the cost of ice is why Cub went and dig up his own. Yeah, I mean, if I needed like a batch amount, I probably wouldn't pay that much for it. You know? But in the sake of helping the economy and convenience, we'll go for that. Okay, so diamonds go back in here. Now I think we can probably bust out the lights, bust out the wood, you know, bust out all of the things, bust them out. Why must they be busted? It sounds so aggressive. Okay, so we're gonna have those things, these things, gold, all of that, wonderful. Now let's get ourselves a bunch of this. And then we're going to need... constantly wandering back and forth I am. Yeah, going to need some of that. Some of these. Some of these, some of those. Cool. And make all of the dye. All of it, please. Thank you very much. And we'll take that. Sweet. Don't need the rockets anymore. Cool, let's continue. Let's continue. We are stocked up and ready to go. That's a lot of chest monsters, says Dolls. It is a lot, isn't it? At some point I'll need to move them up, but I haven't really finished building all of this yet. We're just doing it in little chunks. Try Doc's piston vault to the second nether hub, says Seb SV. I've been meaning to message Doc and ask him when all that stuff's cool to show. I really would like to show off his tunnel project that he's done down there. I've seen bits of it, I haven't seen all of it. It looks pretty amazing. Who else wants Minecraft to come back, says Destro. I really want Minecraft to come back as well, you know. It's been on vacation for too long. Minecraft, come back! Come back here right now, eh? It's being rebellious. It's deliberately ignoring us. It knows we want it to come back. Binix, thank you ever so much for the nice message. Glad you find the streams relaxing. Oh. For goodness sake, Minecraft, come back, says Elspicker. Exactly. Exactly, it's misbehaving. Doc's piston bolt video has already been released, says Poke Runner. Oh, I didn't mean like that. I wanted to show it to my audience what he's been doing, right? Like, I don't mean... yeah. So, anyway, he's been working on that project for, like, a long time. And when it's finished, I wanted to kind of just show it off and see what he's been up to. Like I said, I've seen bits of it, but not all of it. And I know there's tons of detail and cool stuff that went into it, so... yeah. Might be doing that sooner than later, really. I was expecting to get all caught up in 1.14 business, and then it was just like nothing. It came out and I was like, this isn't suitable. This music is so great, but here's the weird thing, like, it's so tense. If I were in caves fighting mobs, this would make so much sense, this music. You know? He's just finished the upstairs bit, but not the full station at the top. But it's fully rideable and showable. Alright, well I'm waiting for the bit at the bottom to be done, is what I'm waiting on, I guess. That's the main bit of all the details, right? Here's where we find out that I miscalculated the amount of ice that we need. Oh, I love this bit of the song. This bit's great. Is this number 6? What's it say on the screen? Oh no, it's Human Battle 1. Oh, okay. Asuma, how long did it take to get 512 levels, says Anisha. Quite a lot of hours. There was some overnight AFKing. This music is so 90s, says Surprise T. I wouldn't say so. I mean, it was made in the 90s, but it's not like it's 90s pop music or anything. Like, it's very much taking influences from Baroque and medieval kind of tones, right? And war music as well. No, it's 90s videos game music. Again, like, I think if you're going to say, like, music is of the 90s or the 80s, you got to be, like, appealing to the vibe of that era, right? I watched this amazing video earlier. I found this guy who seems to have access, this is on YouTube, by the way, access to, like, all these bands' tracks. Like, he'll talk about a song and break it down and show you what's going on, and then he'll play the tracks separately, and he's a producer, so he's got access to, like, all of the tracks and the license to do it on YouTube, which is amazing. Anyway, he's breaking down this Tears for Fears song, and it's such an amazing song. I'd totally forgotten how much I love that band. Tears for Fears are absolutely amazing. If anyone likes pop music of the non-manufactured variety, you know, just good, regular kind of songs that most people can enjoy, Tears for Fears are amazing. And yeah, like, if you want to say, like, 80s music, like, you could throw Tears for Fears in as having the 80s vibe, if you want to kind of narrow it down a little bit. They are more, like, later 80s, though. 80s could also, like, incorporate stuff like glam metal. Ugh. But yeah, like, video game music, for the most part, in my mind, like, escapes that kind of tone, because usually it's trying to focus in on, like, an era of sound or, like, a particular vision for the game. A soundtrack that wouldn't, I'd say, would be like Command and Conquer, for example, because it very much takes its ideas from industrial metal, as opposed to, like, trying to create this more expectant kind of war soundtrack for war. I don't know. Like, you might think of something like Wagner if you're thinking of empirical war music or whatever. Holistic Sound Writing does that. He breaks down popular songs. That might be the person. I didn't really sort of catch the name of the channel just yet. I've just got a few of their videos on my playlist, and, like, I've been really enjoying it. Music theory and, like, watching people explain and break it down is so fascinating. Adam Neely is another YouTuber who does that really well. Makes really great videos, kind of breaking down music and just showing you how much more you can enjoy it through theory and understanding it more. False is about a stream, says Joe. Well, there you go. We saw her log on earlier. I said she'd be streaming. I didn't realise this late. Jeez. What time is it, False? We got a noise in the ear from Target Zero, who's gifting a sub to Augury. Thank you ever so much for gifting the sub, Target Grey. I appreciate you supporting the community like that. Hope you're enjoying the stream, enjoying hanging out with us. We're now up to 1,200 viewers. Why are there so many people tuning in today? Jeez. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I appreciate it. While you're here, be sure to hit that follow button. I do regular streaming here on the Twitch. I do indeed. Hey X, is the server on 1.14 yet? Says Hero. Now we're in 1.13, and I reckon it's going to be a week or two. Oh, blind shot. I reckon it's going to be a week or two. I really do. Gotcha, gotcha. Remember, I am the killer of ghosts, peeps. Well, actually, I'm not anymore. But objectives, set display, sidebar, kill ghosts. Bam. No. I pressed the wrong button. Iscal's now up there as well. Goodness me. Okay, those guys have been killing it. They've been killing it. What's it? The ghast. Yeah, you knew I was going to say that. Right. Let's continue. I don't think I should place too much more glowstone now, as it's subject to being destroyed by pesky ghasts. With their pesky business, let's make some more birch down below, so we can finish that and then put these blocks on the side here. That sounds like a good idea. While I'm going across, why don't I just break some blocks? You know, I'm going to do that later anyway. You know, might as well do them now. You're not the ghast killer. That title goes to Iscal, says T. Chapman. At one point in the history of Hermitcraft I was, but not anymore. Oki Anthem says, I forgot how stressful it is to play Minecraft when hearing someone else's sound. Yeah, it's always really like confusing and disorienting, isn't it? Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Idahoff says, I can feel myself fixing my sorting system faster with this music. This is some battle music right here. This is sharpening your swords and dusting off your shield. That's what's going on right now in my head. Okay, let's grab the materials that we need. Let's not grab them too... Oh, did I already have it in my inventory? Probably did. Probably did, right? Okay, so that many slabs is probably not enough. That many stairs is also probably... it's probably closer to being enough. I think we'll add a little bit more stairage. Yeah, definitely need a little bit more stairage. That's a real word, isn't it? Of course it is. Of course it's a real word, jeez. I'll make the rules here on my stream. If I say it's a real word, it's a real word. Them's the rules. Okay. Majestic Sammy says, oh my god, I didn't know you streamed on Twitch. Well, now you know. Welcome to the stream. Do we still do eye breaks, says Epic? I think we'll do an eye break today, okay? Peeps. Alright, thank you for tuning in. This is the part where I tell you to look away. What? What is the streamer doing? That's right. Stop watching the stream, okay? Simple. Look so, no, I don't mean check your email. I don't mean look at your phone. Oh, what's happening on this app? Oh, I need some immediate attention and distraction. No. This is a moment to look away from the screen, peeps. I've been consulting with a collective of doctors. We are concerned about the health of the world. And we have concluded that you need an eye break every hour. No, I wasn't part of this meeting. But anyway, I'm interested in health, and supposedly staring at a screen for hours on end, I mean, doesn't sound like a good idea, does it? You know, we weren't out there in the jungles looking at phones in our pockets all day long, so this is an opportunity to take a moment to look away. I'm looking away, I'm not doing anything. Don't look at the game, there's nothing going on there. I'm also replenishing my fluids with some water. Right. Now I said to the doctor, I'm gonna take a 5-minute break every hour. Jeez, I'm a streamer, I've got to keep streaming. But hey, something is better than nothing, so there we go. Badger says it's definitely an extreme now. Love the eye break, as I am clearly not taking advantage of it, says Ben Fromio. Take all the advantage. Take all of it. One day your eyes will thank you for it. This is the bit where I find out... Oh no, okay, actually. I thought for a second there, oh, I probably actually don't need any more stairs than those 3. Hydration, says Titan of Time. It's a great thing to do. It's a great thing to do. I regularly drink lots of water. Just keeps you feeling good throughout the day. You'll notice it when you're dehydrated. But when you're not, you'll feel fine. It's only a true extreme when the derp... What's that? The derp something happens, says Sweeney. Is it only a true stream when I derp? Is that what you're trying to say? Because I'm capable of far more than just derping, peeps. Okay, let's get all of these in. Oh, am I going to run out? Oh, I don't want to run out. I've got more to place. I don't want to leave gaps. I didn't make enough. Ah! Jeez, we'll fix that in a minute. Whoopsie. Holy golly, not a single derp. This is a prank. It's not someone's pranking. Oh, this is a derp-free stream, my friend. This is a derp. You're in the derp-free zone. Oh, look, there's another stack. Is that a derp that I didn't notice it? You know, here we are talking about derps. Someone's going to tell me that's a derp now. I'm not going to press that button, though. I'm not going to give you that dopamine rush, okay? Y'all are addicted, I swear. Derp incoming, there's lava nearby, says Badger. But I have fire protection. Nothing can go wrong. Nothing can go wrong when you got fire protection. Dopamine, says Discro. Dopamine, yeah. That one. Oh, that's great. Derptastic. Act now. Get twice the derps for twice the price, says Stomp. God, why do all the YouTubers / Twitch streamers I watch always stream while I'm trying to watch another stream? Probably because you're on the platform and noticing that other people are streaming. I mean, if you follow people who stream, chances are they'll stream when someone else is, right? I mean, the more people you follow, the chances will go up pretty quick. If anything, it will become quite the event when two people you follow aren't streaming. No one's streaming. This is an extreme stream, says Phantom. It is indeed. Platinum Doodle says nothing can go wrong. Quote from the man right before everything went wrong. Is that me? Follow X and nobody else, says Surprise D. Brilliant. Okay. Get rid of all of that so I can hop around here a little bit more. X, can I have tips for gaining views and subs, says Mezzy Plays. If you're talking about YouTube, what are my tips? We talk about the tips. Basically, you gotta make good content first of all, and then you need to find somewhere to put it that's going to bring in some viewership, and that can be sometimes in a community that allows you to share these things, and sometimes that's just by hitting a search engine result on YouTube. You know, having a niche. Having something that some people are looking for but other people ain't making content on. That's usually the way to get started. Will you ever play Rocket League? Says Wow Faye Fury. Well, my friend, what I'll do is I'll invent a time machine, go back in time and play it for you. Okay, I'll invent it in the future though. I can't invent it right now, but if you go look on my channel on the live streams, you'll probably find some Rocket League. If you do see it there, it probably means that I've you know, successfully made that time machine. I've gone back in past and I've played Rocket League and uploaded it to my channel. Good luck, future me! Anyway, that was the worst joke I've ever told. I love it anyway. When is Season X ended? Season 6 ending, says Black Shimshatu. Ah, it is... can you keep a secret, though? Can you keep a secret? That is the question. Season 6 is going to end, right before Season 7 starts. The cat is out of the bag now, isn't it? Jeez, I've let it loose. Everyone knows. Season 7 will start after Season 6. Stellion says, trolling coming. I'm not trolling, it's the truth. It's the absolute truth. You can't deny it. Unless we skip Season 7, then I'd be a massive liar. Provo says it's going to be a Season 7, amazing. Logical Geek Boy says, and it's moved on by a week, right? Yeah, that's the other thing. Now that we've talked about it, it's going to be delayed a week. Yikes, that old rule. No Season 7 until no one talks about Season 7 for a week. We got Lee Rex here subscribing. Lee Rex, thank you ever so much for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate you doing that. Hope you are enjoying the stream and having a good time hanging out with us today. Windows Skip 9 says Night. You know, yeah, they did. We could do something like that. Just skip a season. Why not? It would be kind of weird, wouldn't it? It would be kind of very weird. Minecraft 1.14 is going to be season 6.1 when the next season will be 8. We don't ever call it 6.1 or like, you know, whatever. We've never put a point on a season. We have talked about doing little creative seasons in between, but I don't think even that would get called like 0.1 or anything. But yeah, one of the things quite a few of us hermits want to do at one point is play in creative mode together and do like a different sort of scale of building. There wouldn't be any farms and technical stuff other than, well, I guess you could do redstone things that are cool, like big doors or whatnot. But yeah, just a creative building project. I would certainly be interested in it, even though I'm not much of a builder. Lee Rex says, I'm currently using your data packs on my server. Awesome. I hope they do you well. There's more on the way. We've got a few more in the works. Not all of them are useful. Actually, the next one we're doing is kind of useful for playing on a server, but it's a sort of a not vanilla feature that you may or may not want to use. Kim Jong uninstall. You know, one day you're like, Kim Jong uninstall. I'm gonna make a Twitch username now. Yeah, they're not designed for realms. Also, you can't use data packs on realms, right? Because you don't have access to upload anything to the server. I thought maybe they changed that. I mean, it's certainly rolled out like that in the beginning. Anyone excited for 1.14 to get into a usable form? I'm dying to get my server updated to a stable platform system. I think we all are at the moment. And I think some of the devs are on holiday as well. Keep seeing tweets about being on beaches and stuff, and I think they might have like booked a holiday for right after 1.14 and then it comes out unstable, so we have to wait a bit. You know, I was trying to focus on the bits that were open. I think I might head back here and get these bits. How do you start a server, says Tigger Gamer? Well, that is a big question right there. There's many ways to set up a server. Realms is probably your easiest bet, though, as it's built into the game. Ah! Ah! Okay, that was pretty well handled, actually. That was pretty well handled. There was some panic, there was some derpiness, but overall that was pretty good. Okay, so let's come over to this spot. And then, yeah, start building it from there, basically. Minecraft logic. Ice is not melted by lava, says T. Chapman. Yep, that is some typical Minecraft logic. That's why we love this game, right? Because it's so weird. Weird and wonderful. Beck Loves Pandas says, it's been a very long day, so glad to see you streaming. Welcome to the stream, Becca. It's not felt like, I don't know, it felt like a normal day to me, I guess. It's been an alright day. Banter King, BB says, X just woke up to see you streaming. This never happens. 3:30 AM hype. That is a very early time in the morning to get up. Glad to have you with us, though. I love our Empirical War music today. Like I said, this will be so much better for fighting mobs and stuff. Do you know what I'm looking forward to? Minecraft Dungeons. I really want to know what that game's going to be like. I could really do with some kind of Diablo game. T. Chapman says, I typically have a lot of criticisms about Minecraft Update, but when everything working, I have nothing to criticise about 1.14. Oh, I could think of a few things. I don't get the villager overhaul very much. Like, I think the new UI is good, but it kind of feels like they spent a lot of time rebuilding the same thing again. So, I feel like there's two sides to the update. There's the new blocks and slabs and the bulking of that kind of content, which is great. And then there's the actual theme, the village and pillage, and it just feel a little bit like this is Minecraft. Like, we never get like we never get anything that's like deep or really kind of involved or has a lot of depth. It's always just quirky, right? So the raids are just like the raiding parties coming in. They're just terrible at fighting villagers, and they're so easy to just trick into a trap and exploit. And it just feels like typical Minecraft, you know. Whatever they add's just gonna get exploited, and yeah. Anyway, I don't want to sound critical. I think it's a good update. I'm glad they keep updating the game. It's wonderful. But I feel like it's like an update of two halves, and I feel like the slabs and the walls and the stairs are absolutely brilliant. I do really like all the new blocks for the villagers though, because they got some interesting textures. But the villager overhaul was a bit kind of like, it's the same thing. It's the same thing again. You can just use them to get loads of stuff cheap. Haley Bailey says, I feel like they missed a chance to make this update amazing. It could have been, yeah, it definitely could have been better. Most things can be better. I think the update Aquatic was absolutely fantastic as an update. There are probably some things in there that weren't so great, but having things like dolphins and cod and turtles, they do just add more life into the world, and I always enjoy seeing those creatures in the world. So I think that one was pretty fantastic. There's probably going to be new weapons and armor in the next update. That's why smithing and fletching tables don't have GUIs yet, says Honor. Yeah, that's probably a really good guess right there. It's been hinted at for a while that the next update will be a combat update again. I think I'd like to see the builders update. You know, update inventories, update. So yeah, what's on my shortlist? What do I want to see? I think I'd like to see an update for builders where they add building tools, inventory sort of addressed and maybe reorganized, and yeah, just kind of overhaul the inventory system, create some new building tools, and make building in the game even more accessible and fun and easy. Scaffolding's a little bit of a step in that direction. I'd like to see that, a building update that overhauls the inventory and adds tons of cool blocks and stuff. Then after that, I think I'd like to see a redstone's update. Like maybe add bluestone, maybe just put in some more clever things. But beyond that, really not too much to say other than maybe having a dimension or give some more love to the nether and the end. Maybe they could do like the dimensions update and add more stuff into the nether and the end. That would be cool. Cave update, says Ellis Picker. Yeah, actually a cave update. Caving could do with an overhaul for sure. Be really sweet to have more reasons to cave and have adventures underground. But the way it stands, I don't think Mojang could do it. Like, just based on track record, I don't think they could deliver a caving update that would make caving feel fresh and new again and give it a lot of depth. A lot of the things that get added just seem to be like, you know, you got the same old game, and then here is like a little bit more something to do with it, right? So I could picture them maybe adding an extra ore and like some more terrain features, but then caving would just be caving, and it would just be the same old thing, except, yeah, this time around there's a couple more things to do, right? That's how I'd think about it. People are saying a mini boss in chat. Yeah, another boss. I mean, adding the Wither is fantastic. It's always fun to fight the Wither and mess around with that. I'd be definitely down for some more mini bosses. That's something I think they could do. And actually, I think they should, like, if they were to play to people's strengths, I think Jeb's done a really great job with mini bosses. I'm pretty sure it was Jeb who made the Wither and also made the Ocean Monument and the Ocean Guardian and sorry, the Elder Guardian and the Guardians, and those are really well designed mobs and a really well designed feature. You know, you go to the location, there's a new challenge, there's something to get from it, you can go there and build a farm. The way you have to conquer the ocean monument is fun and challenging and interesting. There are now ways to do it, you know, with like no armor and and just go in there and kill all the stuff using a potion and a couple of clever blocks, but most things are going to get figured out like that eventually. I think the ocean monuments were fantastic. Right, so what do we need more of? I know that we need a little bit more stairs. I'm not sure if we need a crazy amount. And then I know that we need some of this as well. In fact, stupid amounts of this, basically. Or do we? No, yeah, we probably do still need stupid amounts. Right. Glad we got that out of the way. So then we need some more clay. Somewhere in here there's clay. And then we just need to craft all of that. I don't think we actually have enough. Yeah, we've got a little bit left over. Trapdoors were a thing that we need more of, but I'm going to leave that alone for now. Let's just keep building this up. Ocean monuments are a really good idea, says Becca Loves Panda. Yeah, I agree. Why don't we get a stonecutter equivalent for wood, says Rapidifa. I don't know. I don't know why we don't. Will Matthews says PewDiePie just uploaded a video making fun of Minecraft. Okie doke. The Woodland Mansion could get a remake or an update. Yeah, the Woodland Mansion, I wonder who designed that then. Was that Jeb as well? I think overall it's kind of good. It lacks a reason to stay there though. I think if those mobs respawned, then you would make farms out of the area. So that would feel kind of fun. Because I think that's what's great about the Ocean Monument, is that you realise how fun it is when you have another reason to be there, okay? So, I mean, it doesn't have to be a farm. What if they could add some sort of... Like, imagine... I'm just thinking about how other games are designed, but imagine there's like a totem or some sort of shrine there, right? And you can activate the shrine every so often, and it teleports you to a temporary dimension where, I don't know, there's something to do, a boss to fight. Like, that'd be a cool reason to visit the Woodland Mansion, and then that would give you that kind of Minecraft incentive to make it your own, because people tend to like redecorate stuff, right, and build bases out of the different structures, and I think that's a really good component of what makes these features that they add good, is that if you are motivated and you want to come and like sort of turn it into your own, that's probably a good sign, I think. Like, I think with the new villages, because you won't have to particularly rebuild all the ones that are currently existing, and they're quite easy to learn from how you could make your builds look better. I think with the new villages, you probably might see a lot of 1.14 Let's Plays where people just like go to a village and expand it, because the builds are kind of like decent to begin with, and then you can add more. Wild Max Plays says, Tango added a cracker mod. It's like a mini boss for the Nether. I reckon that would be cool, having a boss fight in the Nether. Unfortunately, Guardian spawning was broken in 1.14, says Wolf. I did not experience that. I actually got more Guardians spawning in my mob farm in 1.14, which is cool. The Necromancer is a good idea by Tango, says Spicy Dynamite. As much as I love that that mod, and Tango's idea, and the way he's implemented it, all of it looks really great, but I think it feels a little bit like modded, you know. A Necromancer is a rather recurring thing you see in other computer games, and what I always say about adding things to Minecraft is I think you want to like strike something unique. I feel like the Guardians were really well designed because they're obviously taking inspiration from things on planet Earth in the oceans, but they feel really unique and like their own thing. And if you add something like the Necromancer, it is just like a typical computer game mob, right? So if it wasn't called the Necromancer and it had all the same skills and abilities and didn't look like a Necromancer, I think if you could find a way to do it where it felt like a unique Minecraft mob, then that would be pretty awesome. But anyway, whenever Tango releases that mod, I'm so going to play it and fight the Necromancer. It looks so cool. It really looks awesome. Wandering Falcon says, I also really love the jar of fireflies. What's that from? A new dimension like Twilight Forest, says Sharky. Yeah, I'd be up for that. We've got a noise in here from Coast Asteroid 42. Resubscribing with Amazon Prime for 7 months. Thank you ever so much, Coast Asteroid. I appreciate you using the Amazon Prime on me. Hope you're enjoying the stream and having a good time. We need different dimension with angelic blocks like quartz, but different texture. I always like the Aether mods. I always thought that would fit in well, having like a heavenly dimension for Minecraft would be so cool. You know, just thinking about it now, like modded, some of the stuff from modded I could really embrace, but what's so important about playing modded and having those mods work for me is having a community like Hermitcraft in which to play it, because playing on Hermitcraft is like bread and butter for me. It's like the core of what I do with most stuff, right? And so a lot of these mod things, they always seem like a good idea, and you always think like, oh yeah, you know, like Sky Dimension, why don't I just like, you know, fire up a world and add that onto it? But the thing is that I do everything with Hermitcraft. That's where I put my time. Now if Hermitcraft were all like, and this won't happen, but if everyone in the group was like, yeah, let's do the Aether mod, I actually think that'd be pretty awesome, because it's this kind of environment and these people that I want to play with, and this kind of world and the experience we're having in it is what I really, really like. And I think you could probably actually throw a couple of mods in the mix, because that's the core of the experience, I guess is what I'm saying. What happened to Fullcraft Free, says CrazyBot? No idea. If you're referring to me playing on it, I just, for whatever reason, stopped. I can't remember specifically right now. But I think I started playing it with the intention of doing a project and then kind of just running into modded burnout, like I did with Sky Factory. I can't stand the way in modded, like there is no clear game design for like some of the features that are available to you, and how they don't try and work the same way vanilla Minecraft works. So you have to kind of rely on getting the knowledge from somewhere else, and wikis and websites are horribly outdated and unreliable, and I just don't get like where people figure this stuff out from. But according to my stream, some people actually watch the mod developers themselves play, which is a great way to learn because they know all the answers, right? Hex, I've been watching since FTB Ultimate. Love it. Love it all. Are there any plans for a new modded Hermitcraft server anytime soon, says Shane. Well, there's one running at the moment, and I'm not a part of it, so I don't have any plans to be playing on there. We got a noise in the ear from Mithril Chew. Here are the nations saying, which biome do you think deserves most an update? If we rule out the two that are going to be updated in the next two biomes, that's in the next two updates, I think, off the top of my head, I think jungles are pretty rad as they are. Mega Tigers are pretty cool. Spruce, Plains, a lot of these ones popping into my head kind of feel like they are what they need to be. I can think of two that kind of jump out as maybe having the potential for some really cool features. One of those would be Extreme Hills. They're kind of big and flat, and they're interesting to explore, but they're always quite dull when you get there. I think the Extreme Hills could benefit from having some kind of interesting thing to find at the top of them. And I think the other one I would go with is the Snowy Plains biome, because it's filled to snow, and whenever you go there to the snowy areas, it always feels really great. You're like, oh, I found the snowy bit, because you never really like settle down or do much, at least in my experience. You don't do much near the snowy area. So I think that one could also have like an overhaul and add some cool things there. Maybe like ice ravines with blue ice at the bottom, or just some reason to go explore and gather and do Minecrafty stuff, right? Father of Apocalypse is here, resubscribed for 8 months, saying, hey X, 8 months of derpiness, awesome. Can't wait to see 1.14.1 on Hermitcraft. I mean, if 1.14.1 is the update to go for, here's the thing, as it currently stands with the pre-release, there's got to be like 2 to 3 more pre-releases. And if they get those right, and they fix some of the other critical stuff, and 1.14.1 is good, then that's great. But if they're rushing out 1.14.1 could well and truly see 1.14.2, I think. Just depends on like what their objective is, I think. If they're just trying to get that update out, I wouldn't be surprised if we need a 0.2 as well. So thank you for your support, buddy, and thank you to Mithril2 for the donation as well. Daydara says, can you please explain what foxes do in the next update? Foxes are going to be half of like an ambient mob, you know, something that just makes the biome feel a little bit more lived in. They're kind of cute as well. They're going to be difficult to tame because you're going to have to catch 2 of them to breed a baby fox. But when you do that, the baby fox will not be scared of you, which is kind of cool. And it will come to your defense, but it won't attack other mobs for you. So if you get attacked, it can defend you. And what's crazy about the fox is that you can put like a sword with a whole bunch of enchantments on. Like, think of the craziest enchantments, and it will use it when it attacks other mobs. So the fox could be incredibly powerful in PvP as a sidekick mob that like you can give some serious weapon to, which is really cool. You could also lose that weapon in a battle as well. So I think it's a really cool feature that it can do that. And I think it was good design to not make it automatically attack mobs, because that would just be super OP in a mob farm. But also really cool if they did. Be very cool, basically. We got a noise in the ear from Anisha, gifting a sub to Badger Spanner for 6 months. Anisha, thank you ever so much for the gifted sub. I appreciate you supporting the community. And Badger, thanks for sticking around as always and hanging out with us. And now 6 months. Appreciate it. We had a question from Ollie Yu in chat saying, hey Asuma, what was your opinion on the new texture look of Minecraft? I love it. I think it was a fantastic idea. I really do. When they first did it, I think maybe when I talked about it in my streams, I was a bit more cautious. But now that we've got it, it really feels... I mean, Jasper, I actually think, has done an amazing job. It should be said. Like, this could have gone quite different, but I think they got the right person for the job, because this has managed to kind of revive, refreshen the textures, make the default game feel a little prettier without losing its charm and without detracting too much from what was already here. And there's a couple of textures here and there where you might think, the other ones were a little better. Actually, wooden planks are one of those ones that I think are perhaps not as... Oh, hello. You might think they're not as good as the previous textures, but I think they fit in really well with the other textures around them. So I think pretty much most of the textures are great, and the ones that are kind of maybe not as good, they do actually really well fit in with the whole look and feel that Jasper's gone for. So I think the texture overhaul is absolutely fantastic. Yeah, no complaints. Even if there's like a couple of things I would tweak and change, I think it's all great. It's all good in the hood, homie. AX, what's your opinion on the new God tier armor? Says Wild Max Plays. Absolutely stupid. Don't get it at all. I have yet to look into the code though, and I really should do that for myth busting. But I want to find out, like, did they actually rebalance anything? Because if they didn't rebalance the enchantments, they've basically gone and just completely broken their own enchantment system. And it's so typical. Why do we always get updates in this game where some core feature of the game is just totally broken for an entire update? And I think the changing of the enchantment system and the way it works just did that, because it used to be balanced so that you would actually have a reason to pick the different enchantments, and now they just make each other redundant because you can put them all on the same item, and it just seems very silly to me. I mean, unless I'm missing something obvious, it just seems like a really bad decision. Number says new planks are the best. What are you on about? I think they look a little bit... The new planks kind of just look a little bit rubbery. I think just a little bit. I mean, I was just trying to pick out an example, and I picked on the planks since they're kind of above us. I know that the dark oak ones look a little bit odd compared to how they used to look, but they are consistent. We have built a lot of tunnel today. I estimated this would take many, many hours to do, and I feel like, considering how much we've done now, I think I overestimated. X, did you hear about the guy who died after 5 years in hardcore mode, says Shimmergirl. I did not, but I hope they made a backup of their world. I mean, it's part of what playing hardcore is about, right? Is that you'll die and lose the world. But after you've been in it for that long, yeah, you're probably like, actually, I want to keep this world now. I tried it, and the armor does die pretty quick, and it's costs a lot of XP to make, says Poke Runner. Well, that's probably because you put thorns on it if it dies quickly, I'm guessing. And yeah, it is expensive, no doubt, but it's also just breaks the game's own systems, you know? It's really strange. Right, I think we're going to have to end up moving the chests down towards us now to start placing some of the last blocks. Looks like we need just under a stack of stairs, a few more slabs. For now, we've got to make those trapdoors, not a lot of them probably. I mean, we could probably actually make a run all the way to the end and get everything done. Then we've got to do glass, and then iron trapdoors. So I think basically we're on the home stretch, it looks like. There's actually a bit back here in the middle, isn't there, that isn't quite done. So we'll do that bit last. Number, thanks for the info. Apparently Ian Mango made a video on it, so they did actually change the damage caps. Right. Hopefully I'll be able to get my hands on some of that info and make a myth-busting episode on it. Because I'd very much like to cover that topic, as I've done that in the past, and I think the video that I made on the way the armor enchantment system works stayed the same until 1.13. Like, I mean, it was the same in 1.13 is what I'm saying. Right, I got netherrack to drop off, and I got quartz. More netherrack. More again. Right, so let's craft the couple of things that I said we would need. So I reckon probably a little bit more than that. Then some slabs, probably going to need more than that overall. That would give us 5, 7, 11. How many? 2? Left with 2 now. Oh, there you go. Right, that takes care of that. Okay, we're good on the clay. Sandstone, I think we started running out of. Let's get this sorted out quickly. Okay, then we need some oak trapdoors. We're probably going to need quite a lot of this. Okay, trapdoors. Yeah, there we go. That's probably more than enough. Right, then there's the case of glass as well. Number says the mechanics still are the same, and they do nerf the new enchantment combos. Oh, okay. Well, they can't be the same if they get nerfed. So I need to figure it out because. Or maybe there's something I'm missing. I need to investigate, right? Like, the way you described it kind of doesn't add up in my head. So I'll have to see what's going on and find a way to explain it to people. Hey, that's a reason I sometimes think like my tutorial videos do quite well, is because I'm so bad at understanding stuff that I think the way I try and reduce things to a simpler form kind of gets across to a lot of people. What was the other thing? Glass, right. See, there's so many boxes here and I'm not focusing that I'm looking in all the wrong places for the wrong things. Yeah, I need to go get a stash of glass. I think I'll do that now as well, because we're going to take a trip all the way. Oh yeah, and iron. We need to make these iron trapdoors. So we're going to take a trip all the way to the end of the tunnel again, and then we're left with just the very middle to finish. So I shall make sure I pick up some iron trapdoors, and I also get some glass, yes. Real1569 is here, resubscribing for 3 months. Thank you so much for 3 months of support. I appreciate it. Hope you are enjoying the stream we're doing here today. We're going to get this tunnel finished, I reckon. That's what I reckon. Man, been waiting on you to come on, X. Been binge watching Skycraft 4. Loving the stream, says Real. Sky Factory. Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but my Sky Factory series has ended. I just lost my patience with it. I mean, I was enjoying it, but I was enjoying it in the sense of feeling like we're going to get over a hump and start progressing again, but I just can't get anything done in that mod pack. There's just no clear path for me to follow, and I got fed up with it, and yeah, I was just like, I'm done. Okay, so we've got the glass. Iron was the other thing that I wanted to grab. Let's just grab that much for now. Probably more than enough. Got any design ideas for your tunnel entrance? Says Sniper Rifle. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That was something I wanted to do. Maybe we'll do that in a minute on the stream. Yeah, actually, I think we'll do this little job. Let's not actually do the middle again. Let's have a break from doing the same old thing again and flex some creativity a bit. If you want to play something technical, there is a game called Factorio. Maybe you should give it a shot, says Surprise T. Now, I know you'd be trolling me, okay? I know you'd be trolling me. What about the new textures for gold, diamonds, emeralds, and extra blocks, says Ollie. Well, I've certainly gotten used to them. I think I wasn't particularly a big fan of the gold and the emerald. They look a bit plasticky to me, but you get used to them quick. That's the thing. You know what they are. You get used to them. When you get like hyper focused in like, oh, the textures are changing. What do you think about them? It's quite easy just to overthink stuff. Like when you're actually playing with them for months on end, as we have been, then all of a sudden you just realise, these things are really easy to work with. Okay, I'm going to need more of that, and my inventory is very, very full, so we need to find a home for some of these things. Where is that one? That one's got some space in it. Okay, I'm going to put that in there as well. So we need more of that dye, and that means more of this. Probably more than that. And then some of these. Actually, not that many of those. Because I need to do that. Yeah, there we go. Right, so however much that makes is what we'll do. Sweet. And then we'll do this. Those are kind of expensive, aren't they? Platinum Doodle says, that's how I feel about mods as well. It doesn't feel like a complete game, it feels like disconnected add-ons. That being said, that's why I really like your vanilla tweaks, a slight change to something that's actually part of the game. I feel exactly the same way, Platinum Doodles. Yeah, vanilla tweaks would be an example of when you just look at vanilla and it's like, just this little tweak right here can be convenient, useful. I mean, there's something called Game Mode 4, which is like actually adding in content as well. I think I'd be quite interested in doing that, but that's like a whole other type of project. I don't think you could call that vanilla tweaks. But yeah, and I wouldn't have the time to play it. That's the other thing about survival Minecraft, and also this other game that I was thinking about checking out on stream is like it's a grind game, and you kind of want to do your grind in one place, and that place is Hermitcraft, you know. Right, when we go back, we've got to put in the trapdoors, must not forget. Haley Bailey says, I find big mod packs overwhelming. They are, there's just so much stuff inside of them, and it makes it a bit odd to try and find the progression path. That's the thing with modded, is like, when you have so many mods in the same place, things can just get quickly out of whack. You know, because this thing from that mod pack plus this one from over here usually finds you some sort of exploit or way to just get, you know, too into the game too quick. Right, yeah, look, we're here. We're here, and it's time to wrap this one up. Let's add some more of these. Okay, I'm going to come about as far as that. Whoopsie. Do I actually have any more glass? That was the last of my glass. That's kind of perfect. Cool. Then what about these? Do I even have enough? Looks like we do. Bam! Nice. Okay, so trapdoors of both variety are our next objective. Apparently that is as well. Left a bit of a hole there. I think we'll leave this bit as is. And now we've got to place these. Is this tunnel not for boats, says Vironen. It is not. It is for running down, and it is also for flying down as well. It's very easy to fly in this space, believe it or not. Okay, that was all of it. Wow. Let's make more and more again. And trapdoors. You should add a toggleable block light overlay to vanilla tweaks. Toggleable block light. Don't know what that is. Don't know if it's even possible. Do you know what this game does need? It needs like a lighting update. It needs a way to make lighting in the game more accessible, more useful, better. I think what they should do is kind of like come up with an idea for like some sort of modular block, right? Maybe something that you can change the texture of or the shape. Probably better, probably more Minecrafty to keep it just like a texture change. And then it emit light, and maybe have some control over how much light it emits as well. And then you know, you could maybe have a one block solution, right? Let's say it's like a rainbow color block. You can right click it with a bit of dye and change it to a different color. Then you've got like 16 different colors that you can emit light from. And then if you give it something else, like a way to charge it, maybe you right click on it with glowstone, it then gives you a way to select how much light it's going to emit. That's the way that I would do it, I think. Did we really just place down over 100 of these? Apparently we did. Is that Warcraft music I hear, says I am Predent? It is indeed. Enable block painting. Allow players to apply textures to any blocks, says Cleo. I think that might be a bit too much. I like the idea of the paintings having an interface so you can select which one appears. Maybe you could do the same with like a lighting block, right? You just click on it and choose what texture it has or something. Cub always has great ideas like rockets for the Elytra, says High Village. Was that a Cub fan idea that got through to the developers? I'm totally unaware of that. But that was a great idea, man. The rockets and the Elytra is giving you a boost. Genius. We got a noise in the ear from Badger D. Resubscribing for 4 months. Badger D, thank you ever so much for resubscribing. I appreciate it. Hope you are enjoying the stream and having a good time hanging out. Still got loads of glass above our head. How much further have we got to go? As far as we can see. My idea to fix the lighting thing. A light source that only emits light on a big area, and thus you can only hide one light source in the room. That would be kind of cool. I like the idea of it giving everything light level 8 so that mobs don't spawn. And then you can have a little bit more control over the dynamic range of the lighting. Maybe that could be like a beacon feature, right? That would be pretty awesome. It's still not in sight. Do you know what? You could just take this live stream and then speed it up a ridiculous speed, and you would have like the time lapse of me building this. Now, knowing me, that's probably too many. And you know, I don't like to craft too much of something. Feels wasteful. I bet the next time I turn around, we're going to see the other trapdoors, right? I know it. I know it. I can feel it. Yep. Well, actually, we can see the shulker boxes. I forgot about those. Okay, so we're going to go work on my own little entrance now. The only thing I'm doing, I guess, is placing down trapdoors, so we'll keep them in the inventory. We no longer need this shulker box. Let's keep them nice and organised in here. Do we need that one? I can put some things in here, actually. We can put that in there. And then we have ice. We can put that in there. So that's 4 shulker boxes, right? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Keeping track of them as we tidy everything away. See, I'm teaching you the secrets of being organised. Can you believe it? Me, organised in this game. It's true. It's true, I tell you. We've got some dyes here that can go in there. Valuables. I do have gold on me. We'll put that back. And then bones. Leaves and saplings. Sweet, let's put these ones away. I think I might have put the wrong one in. No, this is not the normal sandstone one. Okay. So this box here is where I'm putting in all the leftovers for this project, I guess. Look at that, fitting in perfectly. Wonderful. No complaints. And then we want to pick up these as well. Sweet! All good in the hood, homie. All good in the hood. Where does this lead to, says the app? It leads to 1.14 territory. That is where it's going. Alright, sweet. Look at that. Almost the right amount. Just a little bit more to do. And I've got to get some more glass and I've got to finish that midsection. But after that, it is done. Which is cool. Which is very, very cool. Wait, what if Swamp and Jungle Villages started generating on Mojang 1.14.1 releases, Curteeth? I don't think they will, because they haven't made them. They actually announced they're not going to be a part of the game. Which, again, I think you can see is just like them overshooting their objectives somewhat. Okay, so let's go in here, let's grab some sandstone. Particularly that variety. I want this to extend through this space a little bit. I think I kind of want it to... Oh, maybe actually I want to do this a little bit different. What would look good? I feel like we need those birch. So if I go 1, 2, 3, let's grab a little bit of netherrack here as well. So if I could have swore I just saw another player. What, I'm seeing things. Okay. Wait, where is it? It's one block out, so it comes back even further. Yeah, it would be here. Then behind it, you're probably going to need sandstone. So maybe that's where it opens up, and maybe that's what becomes the roof. So I think if we put sandstone there, it would feel slightly mirrored as it comes into this space. I could actually bring this out by one as well to just say this is an entrance. That would also mirror the other side a little bit better, actually. Right, because we would have those slabs. So that feels like that feels like a really good way to open it up. So now we step into this area. We're going to need light to stop things spawning on top of there. And also we should probably build this from this side first, although the entire area is pretty much opened up. So we've got a short distance to go, and then we have this. So what are we going to do here? Randy Nicole 2002 has gifted a sub to Firecracker. Randy, thank you ever so much for gifting the sub. And peeps, stay right there. I'll be right back. And I'm back. There we go. Randy, thank you so much for gifting the sub. I appreciate it. Hope you are enjoying the stream. Awesome soundtrack, says I am Predant. Yeah, it is, isn't it, right? The Warcraft. I almost said Soundcraft. Soundcraft. That would be a weird one. I think I know what blocks I want to use here. I kind of... Oh, then I changed my mind. let's go grab some prismarine. Prismarine, where art thou? Thou is not in my enderif chest. My chest of the ender. We got a noise in here from Puzzle Freck, who's resubscribing for 19 months. Puzzle Freck, thank you ever so much for your 19 months of support. I appreciate it, and I hope you're enjoying the stream. I hope you're having a good time, alright? Is it okay if I hope you have a good time? It better be. Or if it's not okay, I'm going to get angry. I don't know why I do that. Why do you put up with this weirdo, eh? Beck Loves Panda says, are you okay? You scared the entire chat. Yeah, I'm absolutely fine. Don't worry about it. I am absolutely fine. Fine and dandy. Okay, up here we go. Anyone remember Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, says Jex. That was my favourite GTA game of all of them. And I loved the soundtrack. The soundtrack to that game was just full of great songs. I love the country channels as well on there. I loved like all of them. It was so good. Right, I reckon we're going to have that. It's a little 3x3 platform or whatever. Then it's going to kind of open up with different designs. So let's grab these. Now what I think I want to use is this block, which I comically don't actually have a lot of. Great. Great! Use it sparingly. Okay, so the distance... Oh, it's not going to give us a lot of room to work with. I guess I could push the portal back a block, probably get away with that. And I actually think those need to go back one block to the edge as well. So we'll try that again. And then it doesn't really, there's really not a lot of room for anything here. But I was thinking we could, because it's not very tall here, I kind of wanted to recreate the inside feel of the base a bit, which I think is possible. It's just going to be very confined for space over here. Yeah, this is actually quite possible, I reckon. We need both blocks, though, because we need that contrast. So let's go and grab these types. It's the music from Warcraft 2, says that gaming couple. Yes, it is. Did you know that Minecraft is now a total of 10 years old, says Kirith. I did, yes. Yes, I was aware. This might not actually be so bad now. Once we got this in at the back here, it will probably make a lot more sense. So if I do that, then it's got to come forward. Yeah, this actually is probably going to work. You can see exactly what I'm going for, right? Like a miniature feel of what we've already done. And when we go down a little bit here, we do want to go down. We would take this down by half a block. I think that one as well, yeah. Yeah, because then it would be there. Aha. And we can go into the thirds. So that already starts to look kind of complete-ish. Unless I don't want to put those there and I want to put the black in straight away. Because I was thinking I could put black glass and something below it. Off-key Anthem says, my dog is sitting away from me facing the wall. I don't think he likes it. Fair enough. Dogs don't like the extreme, apparently. Jeez. Actually, because this is miniature, it would make more sense if this got smaller at this point. So would we see that? And where would this end? What would happen down here? Because that design might take over. What would we see down here? It's a good question. I'm not actually sure. When you're in the base, this, it gets big and then it gets small, and then what's below it? Well, that would be, I guess it's a flip image of that, right? So you would see that starts there and goes downwards, and it starts there and goes downwards. So all of this would go down by one more block, and then you would have that. Now that works from top to bottom at the moment. So we could actually put some black glass down here and sort of semi-recreate that. Okay, so that's alright. Now, because the size of this, we are going to... Is that right? Yeah, that would go there. Alright, that would be a slab, wouldn't it? Yeah, that's the one. So it could go as high as roughly that. Now how do I put a ceiling on this thing now that we've got that kind of shape going? That's going to have to get pushed back a couple more blocks for sure. I think there needs to be a wall like this again. Floating bridge across the middle, says Sniper Rifler. I was umming and ahhing about what we should do with this. I think if anything we should put a light and a trapdoor up there. Which would be our lights somewhere in here. Oakley dokley. And a trapdoor. That actually kind of works. Okay, so as far as a roof goes, we did use sandstone in our base, so we may just reuse these elements again. Some slabs. Need that one as well. I get the creeps when I hear the ghast. What is that voice in real life, says Wild Max Plays. Isn't it like a cat sort of spud up and pitch shifted or something? That don't look so great. I like the smooth texture, but not that. Actually, I don't think we need to change that much. So we can go all the way back to that gap. So then, behind all of this, somewhere around here, we could decide where this is going to get capped. Also, what would be in that space? Probably a light of some sort. But that's the ceiling, so... I didn't want to fall back down again, really. I kind of really like the way this thing sort of came in as 3 blocks. So if we were to change that and come up a block, it would sort of look like it. Actually, yeah, this is totally doable. Okay, so if I come in there like that, that becomes the back wall. We'll put a light source just there. Hey, that's pretty good. Right, this thing got rounded up pretty quick. And then what else would be here? That actually goes up like this. We'd have a light source down there again. And then I think what we'd do is we'd put the portal back and have one more of these in place. So we'd have some of these blocks around here, I think. It is getting confusing. Right, let's put those there, just kind of get a feel for where we are. And take a step back. I think it's going in the right direction. I'll find a way to make it work, peeps. This is, though, where we're going to wrap up today's stream. I hope you have enjoyed it. A massive thank you to everyone for coming out. Thanks to all the peeps who subscribed, resubscribed, donated and cheered. As always, I appreciate your support. And be sure to hit that follow button before you go anywhere. Thank you everyone for tuning in. We'll be doing a raid. I believe False is streaming on Hermitcraft, so I'll be sending you over there. The Hermitcraft action continues with False. So please do join the raid and go say hi to False. And yeah, that's it. So thanks everyone. I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.